Hello and welcome to the Author to Authority podcast. I am Juanita Wootton-Radko, podcast co-host and grammar guru with another writer's workshop. The writer's workshop features shorter episodes that focus on the nuts and bolts of the writing process. On today's episode, we're looking at using descriptive language to keep your readers hooked. But first, let's build our vocabulary with the word of the day. Delve. Delve means to dig or labor with as if with a spade, or to examine a subject in detail. My daughter asked why Geronimo Stilton, her favorite fictional mouse, always has a gorgonzola pizza for dinner. We went to the computer and delved into the many types of cheeses that get mentioned in the book. And now it's time to delve into using descriptive language to keep your readers hooked. When people talk about publishing, they often divide it into two broad categories, fiction and nonfiction. RTI Publishing specializes in writing nonfiction books for professionals to use as their signature book. You may think, as nonfiction writers, we use only very literal language. Literal meaning that we deal in facts. Bob went to the store, Judy stayed home. But just because you're dealing in facts doesn't mean that you are limited to a dull recital of tasks. No one wants to read a boring book. Add descriptive details to paint the scene for your reader. When Bob went into the bustling, overcrowded grocery store, he gritted his teeth as he realized he forgot the shopping list in the kitchen. I used the adjectives bustling and crowded to give my readers a better sense of the space that Bob was dealing with. I also described his physical response to show his state of mind. When you describe the amount, size, or color of something, you are using adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns, persons, places, or things. 3 dusty ceiling fans hung immobile in the hot, stuffy room. There were 5 adjectives in that sentence. 3, dusty, and ceiling work together to give you a clear image of the fans. Hot and stuffy made it clear that this is an uncomfortable space. When you are referring to an action, you are using adverbs. I jiggled the switch impatiently to get some air circulating, and 2 fans started spinning. The third turned sluggishly and then stopped. Did you catch the adverbs? One trick for spotting adverbs is to look for words that end in ly. Impatiently was the way I jiggled the light switch, and sluggishly was the way the fan turned for a moment. The ly rule is a general rule. There are some adverbs that don't follow it, like very and never. The next time you write, consider trying one or more of the following techniques. Add some adjectives to describe some nouns. Remember, those are persons, a place, or a thing. Adverbs describe the action. The verbs tell us how you're doing something. Writing isn't always easy. You must work consistently and patiently every day. Hang in there and stick with it. It's all part of the challenging creative process that gets you to your final goal, a professional, finished book that shares your message with the world. Did you catch the adjectives and adverbs? That's it for today's Writer's Workshop. I'm Juanita Wootton-Radko. Thank you for joining me on the Author to Authority podcast.